another question submitted from the audience. Is it ethical for a school board member to block emails from his or her constituents?
No. For any elected official to block, I mean, you're required to be able to be in touch with your constituency through mail, telephone, in today email. To have it blocked, it's not good. It's not a good practice. And you can get emails from people you don't want to read them from or whatever, but to really go forward and say I want to block certain people's emails. Certainly we've got a lot of emails throughout the last couple of years. A lot of them we didn't choose to read, or maybe we didn't choose to read it, but nonetheless we knew we got them from people. And if you choose to respond or reply, it's up to your discretion on how you reply to those people. But it's not good practice. And as far as harassment goes, for a person to do it harassing, I know the question was answered. It was asked one time by our attorney about harassment. He said basically, you're an elected official. There's nothing you can file as far as harassment. You ran for election and you put yourself in that position. So you're not going to please everybody. So you just need to find a way to deal with it. I guess if it's not something threatening to you, but you may hear a lot of things you don't want to hear.
This is a good question. It was asked before of me outside of a meeting, but I think it's worthy of asking at one of our upcoming school board meetings. I'll definitely ask that, and that goes for anything that we hear. If you ask a question and we don't, because we're not experts, we don't have all these statistics at our fingertips. If we don't know the answer, or if it's something that we need to ask the rest of the board, I'm taking notes here, and I know the rest of them don't have a problem with it either. I'll ask it. If it's something that really hasn't been discussed like this, I'm going to throw it out there in a public meeting and have at least our solicitor answer the question for you. So I've got that one down to ask at the next meeting.
Okay. Now, I know the answer to this one. Where did the new solicitor come from?
Pittsburgh. And Lee Price's firm was actually from Pittsburgh also. But as much as I know about the attorney firm has several attorneys, and the solicitor Matta seems as though he's been the one that's going to sit in on our meetings, but I understand that he has some financial background. Was once a business manager for a school district prior to becoming an attorney. That much I know. One other kind of a key point with that firm also is, if you follow any of the other these building closures and then reopener, he actually represented Blairsville Salzburg School District. If you know, they've had a big turnaround closing a school and then voting to reopen it again. I believe they're connected with the same type scenario down in Laurel Highland somewhere too, where they wanted to combine two high schools. So it seems they have expertise in that type of work.
I just want to put this out there off of the questions for a minute. The reason why I had asked that was to see if you gentlemen were aware that, we have a handout for it. When Mr. Matta was the business manager at Duquesne City Schools, that district went bankrupt. And the state took it over, and they wound up dissolving the district. And I know this only because I lived the next district over. So when that name was presented, I thought, why do I know that name? And bam. How comfortable is the board? Because I know Director Solak had stated at the meeting where he was hired that this gentleman has expertise in business. He's a former business manager, something to that effect that he had stated. And that just scares me that his business expertise was not the best. Is there another business manager perhaps in that law group that maybe he's talking about?
I don't know what the firm's made up of, their backgrounds.
I mean, I wasn't at the meeting either whenever they chose to eliminate solicitor price and bring these folks on. I'm definitely not comfortable. But like Joe said, it only takes 5, right? So they must be. I've read the article, I guess, when he was at Duquesne, so that gives me concern. I guess the other thing I have concern was I'm pretty sure he represented the Hero Group.
Yes.
All right, so to me, that is a huge conflict of interest. And it definitely doesn't seem to be too ethical. So I'm definitely concerned with our new solicitor.
One of the other things too, I think that he had a lot of advisement on too, is in the Blairsville, Salzburg area. They did re-region their districts there also, and that's in one of these cases. That's kind of a suggestion to look into. In our case, it'll help our cause, we believe, but there again, that could have been done 10 years ago. The way we understand it, our regions are pretty lopsided right now and way away from what they should be. So has it helped those districts reopen schools? It may help us in our direction to change us that way. But there again, that re-region is one of the tactics, and I'm sure they'll fight that as hard as they can.
Okay, some more
Could I ask
questions?
you a comment and also it's a question, a comment about the solicitor there that you have now? He was the business manager for another school district before, and now he's an attorney and he represents you. Is there something that he could, could he give you advice on the financial end of it and tell you whether you're right about, can he agree with you, or does he can't agree to do this or do that to save money?
Typically, they don't offer you that kind of advice. We have a business manager that takes care of the budget, does the budgeting, and our superintendent works closely with our business manager. Like I said, the solicitors don't usually. That's not their. It's to keep us within the law and doing everything that has to pertain to the law, the school code. They need to know the school code in and out.
I mean, hopefully he's a better lawyer than he was a business manager.
Amen.
Okay, another question from the audience. What is your forecast for the Elderton transfers vote, and what will be the fallout of that vote?
I'm not going to waver on. We've granted those transfer requests since the policy was enacted, and I would like to see them granted, but I'm still. I can't tell you how it's going to turn out. They're kind of tiptoeing around wanting to categorize the requests, and we've never even not granted one for any reason. It might be job location, babysitting, whatever it might be. If a person requested them and they kept their end of the deal, then we granted them. So it's going to be interesting to see. As I understand now, that's not going to be on till the vote, till the second meeting in April, April 22nd. Definitely has our administration's hands tied as far as the scheduling, the staffing. It's got them. They're going to be behind, way behind.